Very good morning, everyone present in the class. Good morning to all. I hope I am audible. Good morning, good afternoon. Great. So last class we had started the journey of arrays in Java. We have seen many things about arrays. We need to proceed furthermore. We have understood how to create multi-dimensional arrays, how to declare an array, what is a memory map, what is an array, what is the purpose of an array, what are the limitations associated with arrays, about the array index, out of bounds exception. So we got one picture about array in Java. We need to understand more on that. Fine. So let's proceed further. My dear friends, if I say array here, what type of array I'm creating here? What type of array it is? Integer type of array. Can I store any non-integer data there? No. Tell me guys, can the size of an array be negative? Can it vary? Can it be more than the range of integer can hold? I hope you could able to understand. Those who are new for this batch, this is a continuation part of what we have discussed. You can watch the videos which we have covered so far and you can pick it up with the pace. Okay. Now, and is there any restriction that, oh, one more part. What is the type of the data size of an array? Whatever size we specify now, what should be the type of it? What should be the type of it? It is of always homogeneous. It is fine. Size type. Whenever we define a size of an array, it is of integer type. Integer type, can it be negative? Only positive value of integer range. Great. How about the array type, guys? Is there any restriction that array type should be only of integer or character? Of what type of array you can create? Anything, right? I will create any array here. I'll say class alien. Okay. I will just go and create here integer type of ID, string type of name, and what else? String type of maybe this alien has taken which course, something, some class is there. Okay, you have setters, getters, you know that very well. Okay, things are default now to all of you. If I write anything, I'll create an array here, new. I'll say fan. What is that? Alien. New alien. Guys, if I just write this, is it an object or is it an array? Is it an object or array? Object. I will go and create. How about this? How about this? Array. I will say here maybe 3. How many aliens objects I can create here? This alien is of one-dimensional array of what type? Alien type. So now intentionally I'm creating here alien type just to show you that array need not, it could be of any type. The message I want to show. But what happens behind the scene, I will tell you. Now what I'm going to say here is, please see very carefully. In the array of zeroth location, I want to add one object. In the array of first location, I want to add one more object. Okay. And in the array of second location, can I add this, my dear friends? Can I do that? So can you take anything other than alien right now? Can you take anything other than alien? I hope you are able to understand. All of you present in the class. Fine. I mean, this can be done using the loop also. You can do that. That should not be a problem. I mean, we have done that using the loop. Why we are doing repeat same activity? If you want, you can write like this also, right? For maybe integer type of I equals to 0, I less than, I will say here array dot length I plus plus. I can do like this, right? Maybe I'll say here AR of I equals to new alien. Any difference between this and this, guys? Both of them are same. Both of them are same. Huh. Okay. I hope now you are mature enough to write it. Now I want to give the value for this. How many objects are there in alien array, guys? How many alien objects are there? So I will say here, array of 0. They are non-private, right? Directly I can access. Dot I will say ID. And I will assign some data 1. Array of 1. Dot I'll give it as name. I'll give the name as maybe Rohan. After which I will say array of 2. Dot I'll say here maybe course. I'll give the name as maybe Java. Making sense? Now, guys, it is okay. I'll give here 0 only. I'll give here 0 only. Now, how many objects are there in my collection of array? How many objects are there in my collection in my array? 3 objects are there. How many objects I'm giving value for? How many objects I'm giving value for? Only 1. Making sense? So how the memory map is getting created for this, if you ask me, I'll go here. Let me just add this code. Let me make the changes here. Okay, great. See here, guys, all of you. You know very well on your heap area, memory gets allocated. Right now, for how many locations memory is getting allocated? 3. Fine. Name I've given it as ARR. It will hold address of this object. In other words, ARR is referring to this. 0, 1, 2. Now directly here object is not getting created. Object is getting created here. 3 objects are getting created. 3 objects means what and all there inside the object? ID, name, course. Initial value will be 0. I mean the default value. The 0 also will be there. Name, course. ID, name, course. Every object will have some address. All of you agree on this? Yeah. Every object will have some address. Maybe I'll store the address here 1000. Maybe 10,000. 20,000. Assume this is the address of an object. It could be anything. This address will be stored in those indexes. This address will be stored in these indexes. And this address will be referring to this. This object will be referred to the, I mean, this all indexes will refer to this object because this is holding the address for all these objects. Now, if I say AR of 0.id, AR of 0.id means it is referring to this object. 0.name means it is referring to this object's name. It is referring to this object's course. Making sense? Now, other objects still have the default values only. All present in the class. Yes, no, maybe. I'll go back here. I'll say system.out.println. System.out.println. I will say AR of, that means array is a name I have given. So only AR of I'm telling. Dot, I'll say here ID. Likewise, I would like to print other things. Whatever will be printed, you all know very well. I will say here, I will say name. I will say here, maybe course. After which, if I just run this, if I run my program here, See, we are getting the output. Now, instead of this, if I print system.out.println, I'll say ARR of 0. And if I run my application, am I getting the address or am I getting the actual object? Address. So I think the explanation and this is matching. Yep. Fine. Now let's move ahead. With this example, just wanted to show that you can create an array of any type. The size must be defined in integer, that to positive integer value. The type of array could be anything, that too of any dimensions. Is there any restriction about the dimensions of array also, guys? Any restrictions on dimensions of array? Oh, great. All right. Guys, declaring an array and initializing an array is different part. Right now, is it declaring an array or you're initializing the array? Initializing means adding value into the array. Declaring means you're just creating the memory maps and making the arrangement, making the space ready. Now, is it declaring an array right now, which I have highlighted here, or it is initializing an array? It is declaring. And this part, it is initializing, adding the value into array. Making sense? Now, if I say integer type of array, and if I say here, please see very carefully, every one of you. New integer type of array of 4 size. Is it same or different? Same or different? I have defined the type here and then I'm referring this. Both of them are same. I mean, it is equivalent to what I have done in 1.9. No problem. Later, what I can do, later I can say AR of in the 0th location, I want to add some value. AR of in the first location, I want to add some value using the loop, using the user input, or directly you're assigning the value. All of you are aware how to do it. We have discussed that in the last class also. I'll say 54. I can do it. Can I surpass the boundary, guys? Can I say AR of 4th location, please add something? Can I do this? See, compile time, there is no problem. As per the syntax, you can add it. But at the runtime, it will lead to an exception. Array index out of bounds. I hope all of you are able to understand. Runtime, your application will be abnormally terminated. Yes? Everyone? Runtime, the application will be abnormally terminated. Wonderful. Same thing you can do like this also. Whatever we have done here, or usually we have done, so far this is the style we have done, right? We can write like this also. Integer, if the values are known at the time of declaring, maybe whatever data for array you are creating, values are known to you. You can just write like this. Integer, array is declare, and here only you can add the value. Size I will not specify, directly I'll add the value. Maybe I'll say 2, 4, 6, 4, something. Size I have not specified. Without any gap here, directly I can declare the values. Same thing you can write like this also. All of them are referring to same. Now guys, whenever values data is known at the time of creating the area, array, the data is known to you and you know that this is the data I want to add. It's not dynamic. You're not taking from the user. You're not taking from the end user of your application. You are taking maybe at the time of coding, at the time of you developer creating an array, that time if the data is predefined, if the data is known, directly you can create the array in this style. Either you can go with this or you can declare like this also. Both of them are allowed. Have you understood this with respect to the usual approach which we have done so far till the last class? Yes, no, maybe? No, I mean, at the time of axing, again, you'll get it here, Suresh. Suresh, see here, at the time of declaring, you can add how much ever you want. But if you try to access, if I say system.out.println, A of, maybe I'll say here fourth index. This is zeroth index, first index, second index, third index. At the time of retrieval, I'm accessing fourth index. Is it a part of your given index? No. So it will lead to array index out of bounds. Fine. You can declare the multiple dimensions also here. You can declare multiple dimensions. 2 dimensions is right. I can declare the multiple dimensions. Within this, I will say here 2 dimensions. I can add. I will say here. Now guys, it is 2-dimensional. Regular array or 2-dimensional jagged array? Regular array. Same thing if I write like this. Now tell me 2-dimensional regular array, jagged array. 2-dimensional jagged array. Now guys, whenever whatever data you are going to add into your array collection is unknown, will you directly assign the value in this approach or you'll just declare and keep it ready? First approach you'll go with or second approach? If the data is unknown at the time of creating an array. First approach. All of you? Yes, no, maybe? Any issues to anyone here? No issues. Fine. Great. Can we quickly move ahead? If this is also clear. Because very often you might see someone declaring the array like this. It is allowed if the data is known. But most often in the real-time scenario, such things will not come into picture. Okay. I'll go here. I will say here, launch array5. I'll go and create one class telescope. I will say here string type of name. I'll say here course name, integer type of course cost. Okay. Location of the telescope, I will just add. Some data members are there, some objects. Okay. There's nowhere I'm going to take. Now, maybe I'll declare it as an object, normal object, telescope type T equals to new telescope. Okay. Telescope object is ready. My dear friends, please see very carefully. If I say system.out.println T, it will give you the hash code of the address of an object. You can see here. If you want data here, I will tell you how to do that. But right now it is giving you address of that telescope object, which is there on your memory. Behind the scene, history, geography, everyone knows what is there behind the scene and how it is giving address. Reference variable will have address. All of you agree on this? My dear friends, there is no direct parent for telescope. Who is the parent? Object. So whether you have told or you have not told, are there all the methods of object class present in the telescope class? All the methods of object class are present in the telescope class. I will say T dot. See, so many methods are there. Did I write or it is coming from the object? Object. Fine. I will say get class. Get class dot get name. I want to know the name of the class. What is the name of this class which is referred by T? I want to know. What am I getting? Telescope. Telescope is the name of the class for which reference variable. Through the reference variable, we can get to know what is the name of a class. All of you agree on this? Now I'll go ahead and I will create the object of, maybe for an instance, I'll create the object of anything. I will say a T shape. Type T2 equals to new T shape. I'm getting an error here. Can anyone tell me why am I getting error here? Anyone in the class? Why there is an error if I create the object of T shape? There is no class. So if there is no class, can we create an object? If there is no class, can we create an object in Java? Array is treated as an object. How many of you agree this? Array is treated as an object. How many of you agree with this? New keyword I'm telling, create one integer type of array, maybe for 4 locations. Array is created. Right now, is it array or array object? The memory is on the heap area. If I'm able to create some object, that means there must be a class, right? Without a class, can I create an object? System.out.println a. First of all, let me give one differentiating factor here. I hope all of you are aligned here with me. If I just have to run this, kindly notice I'm getting the address here. Address of an array. After which I'll say system.out.println. System.out.println a dot. Are you all getting the method names, guys? A dot if I say. Get class. All of them are object methods only. Get name. Get class, get name. Fine. If I have to go here, please see very carefully. If I just have to run this, what am I getting here? If I have to declare a 2-dimensional array, is there any readability in that name? Is there any readability inside this name? Any readability? Is it readable? No readability. Again, I will go and get it. I'll go here and run this. One extra you are getting it for 2-dimension. 3-dimension, one more extra. 4-dimension, one more extra. All of you? I, because it is integer array. For float array, float. For double, double. Are you all fine with me? Yes. For this also, our classes are there behind the scene, but those classes, we don't have any predefined methods. We cannot perform any of the operations. We don't have anything. Just object methods are there for the sake of creating array object, nothing more. We cannot use those classes for any of the manipulations if you want to perform inside the array. Example, I have told here string. Example, if I go with string, next topic is tomorrow onwards, I'm going to discuss string. String type s equals to new string. Or maybe I'll say here one string object, I will say alien. Okay. Now guys, I will say s dot. So many methods are there which I can use to perform manipulations on my string, which I will discuss from tomorrow. But however, for arrays, if I say array a dot, do I have any predefined methods? These are coming from object class, normal, which will be there in almost every class. Do we have any special methods which we can use to perform operations to manage to the data which is there inside the array? So do we have any shortcut available, guys? Java has given already some predefined methods which we can use in order to perform operations to the data which is there inside an array. We don't have that. All of you, are you there? What I'm trying to say here? Yes, no, maybe. Every one of you. That is the reason we do not have any predefined directly class, but there is a utility class. Util means supporting, which will help you. Helper. Utility means helping. Util means helper. So there is one supporting class to perform operations on data which is there in an array. The name of the supporting class is arrays class. What is the name of the class? Arrays. Using the arrays class, you can perform operations on the data which is there inside an array. Maybe I'll declare an array here. Int is a type of array. Okay. Maybe I'll add some values. You know how and all we can add the value. Okay. I have added the values here. Guys, everyone please see very carefully. Okay. Either I can declare the array or I can directly add the value. Both of them are same. Any difference? I will add some value here. So I do have added some value. I will say arrays dot. I'm getting the methods here. Guys, using the class name, if I am able to get the methods, are they static methods or non-static methods? Arrays as list is there. It will convert your array into collection. It will convert your array into collection. Binary search. So many methods are there which you can use to perform the operation. So many methods are there. Example, I will say sort. See here. I want to sort an array. I want to sort this array. I want to sort this. Fine. After sorting, I want to check. Before sorting, I will check. After sorting, I will check. Before I checking this, before I talk more on this, let me talk one more important topic here. Maybe here. No, I'll go back there only. I'll create new class. I'll create a new class. I will say launch array 5. 6. Guys, please see very carefully here, okay? How many loops are there in Java? How many loops are there? We have for loop, while loop, do while loop. Also, we have something called as for each loop, advanced for loop or enhanced for loop. I'll say here for each loop. You can say enhanced for loop, or you can say advanced for loop. All of them are referring to same. Making sense, every one of you? How the syntax will work? I will create an array here. Int is a type of one array I will create where I'll add some data. Behind the scene on your memory, one array will get created with this indexes 4, 5, 6, 7. I want to retrieve the data. I'll create a loop for. I just have to specify name of the array. What is the name of the array, guys? AR. Colon. What type of data is there inside this array? I will do int is a type of A, whatever name you want. Maybe I'll say system.out.println A. Same thing in the normal loop if you go and write for int is a type of I equals to 0, I less than AR dot length, after which I'll say I plus plus, after which I'll say system dot out dot println AR of I. This will print all the data which is there inside the array. All of you agree? The second one. Now what is happening here? You're just giving the name of an array. You're just giving the name of an array. What happens here is automatically it will go to the first index. It will fetch the first index, whatever value is there, store inside this variable. Take that, perform whatever operations you want here. Then again, it will go to the second index. Fetch the value, store inside this variable. At a time, only one value will be there. Initially, 4 was there. Right now, inside the A, 5 is there. Go inside the loop. I'm printing it. So what is there inside there right now? After 4, 5 is there. Again, go back to the next index. Fetch the value. Get it. 6, 7. Both of them will be no same here. However, if you go with advanced for loop, are you specifying start from 0 index, go up to what? Are you specifying anything here? Name of the array, how much ever are there? 10, 20, 30, 50. How much ever is the size of the array? Automatically it will loop. It will fetch all of them one by one and store here. One by one. And with that data, whatever you want, you can perform the operation. Fine. So I'll go back here. I will say integer type of array equals to, yes, it's fully automatic. Readability is not there, but it is very handsome. We have here. I'll say here 6. This is done. After which, my dear friends, if I want to go with a normal approach, traditional approach, I will be writing the loop like this. I will say a dot length I plus plus. After which I'll say system dot out dot println a of I. Do I need to explain how this loop works, guys? Anyone in the class? Is it needed to be explained? If I just run this, you all know what will be the situation. Correct? I will say system dot out dot println. I'll give one differentiating factor here. I'll go back here and I'll say for. What is the name of the array, guys? Name of the array is A. I just have to specify the name of my collection. Int is a type of maybe one by one. What type of data is there inside this area? Elements are there. I'll create one variable called as element variable. I'll say system dot out dot println element. Yes, Katiza baby, you are right. 100% right. That is one of the limitations of the enhanced loop, because we don't have access to any of the indexes directly. I'll come to that point. If I have to run this, see, I'm getting the same. Fine to all? Everyone? Yes, no, maybe. My dear friends, before I talk what Katiza was talking, please see very carefully. I will go and create one more array. Int is a type of array equals to, maybe directly only I'll declare. How many dimensions array this is, guys? How many dimensions array? A regular JAG, not a matter of concern. This is fine. Okay. After which, if you want traditional approach, all of you know how to write it. Everyone in the class, traditional approach, you all know. Only this much is not sufficient. Within this, I may have to write one more loop. All of you agree? I'll go back here. Within this, I will write it. I will say integer type of j equals to 0. J less than AR, it should be AR. AR of I dot length, after which j plus plus. Fine to everyone present in the class. AR of I of j. Normal approach, right? Everyone? Maybe I will print in the same line. After printing the same line, let me give one space in between so that multiple lines, the output will not be there. This is the normal approach for multi dimensions. Normal for loop. If I run this, what is the output? Everyone knows by default, I'm getting whatever is there in my array. Okay. Let me add one differentiating factor here. Great. After which, if I want to write the enhanced loop, guys, right now, last case, it was one dimensional. How many dimensions are there right now? 2 dimensions are there. What is the name of the array? I'll give AR is the name of an array. Great. After which, maybe I'll say int is a type of, please see very carefully, row. 1 dimension will write here. Within this, I will write again for. What is the name inside this? Row is there. Entire row will come and sit here. After which, maybe I'll give it as integer type of element. And again, I'll say system.out.println element. Maybe I'll say print only, not a matter of concern. Print. Let's give some space in between. And after printing the entire row, I want control to go to the next line. That is entire row it will fetch. Entire row it will fetch. And it will store here. And in that row, one by one, you're traversing. If I just have to run this. Guys, can we write for multiple dimensions also enhanced loop? Can we write it? Yes, you can. However, readability is there in normal loop or enhanced loop or for each loop. Readability where we have normal loop. We don't have readability here. But for one dimension, you can go with it because it is very, very easy for one dimensions. Multiple dimensions, readability will not be there. Maybe you're not required to even go for it. Fine. Now, I like to comment this up quickly. I would like to comment this up. You have seen this. Now, my dear friends, suppose I have an array here. Okay, let me comment this also so that I can create a one more array here. I will say integer type of A, one array I'm creating of some data. Maybe 4, 5, 4, 5. Some data is there. Great. Guys, I want to traverse in the reverse direction. I want to traverse in the reverse direction. Is it possible? Is it possible? I want to fetch the data. For I will say integer type of I equals to how much, guys? A dot length minus 1. Because length is 1, 2, 3, 4. Index is 0, 1, 2, 3. Length minus 1. Understanding? I should be greater than or equal to 0. I minus minus. All of you present in the class? Yes, no, maybe. I will say here A of I. Let's write here print. All right. With some space in between. After the system.out.println. Great. My dear friends, if I just have to run this, I'm able to give. See here, starting is 4, 5, 4, 5. But whatever output we are getting here, it is 5, 4, 5, 4. Reverse. Guys, can I do same using the enhanced loop? Do I have a control in my enhanced loop? Do I have a control? From where to start? How to start? Do I have any control here? Anywhere. I just have to specify the name of an array. And one by one, you just store in whatever variable you want. Okay, system.out.println, I'll say one element. If I just have to run this, kindly notice 4, 5, 4. Can I do any? Do I have any control? Yes, no, maybe. Maybe, guys, I want to traverse till here only. I want to traverse here. I want to fetch only these two. Normal loop, can I do it? Normal loop, can I do it? I will go here. I will say integer type of start from 0th location. And I will say here should be less than a dot length minus 2 and I plus plus. And if I just write, please notice here, how much we are getting? Only 4, 5. See here, only 4, 5 we are getting it. But can we do the same? Can we do the same for with using enhanced loop? Can I achieve the same using the enhanced loop? Are you all understanding, my dear friends? So enhanced loop is good, shortcut. But do we have control over everything? Making sense, every one of you? Okay. This is about the enhanced loop. Now I'll go back to the example here. I want to check here. Okay, whatever is there, I would like to comment for now. So this is also, let me comment it out. We have an array, guys. And I will first traverse. I will traverse for maybe here. I'll give the name of the array is array. I need not see whenever you want to traverse fully, no. Highly recommended go with the for each loop. Because name of the array you specify. Whatever the variable name you want, you can give. Element I'll give. Okay. And I will print it system.out.println element. Maybe let's print only so that we can have in same line. One space after printing the actual data, one space in between, and after which cursor to be in the next line. And after I sort, I will just print my array. After I sorting, I'm printing the array. Before sorting, I'm printing the array. Okay. In between, I'll say system.out.println. I'll give one divider. Fine. Now, guys, if I just have to run this. See, guys, before sorting, after sorting. To sort an array, am I applying any algorithm? I'm writing a big program. If you are from the DSA background, you know very well. For sorting the array, minimal some lines are needed here. If I give you program, please sort the given array. Can you write in one line? Can you write in one line? Is it possible? No, right? I hope you are able to understand. But here, see arrays dot sort. So what I'm trying to say with this is to perform any of the common operations on the data which is present inside an array. Do we have any direct class? Can we use the predefined array class for which we are creating object? No. But do we have any utility class available to perform the operations on the array? What is the name of the utility class? Arrays. All the methods inside this utility class, are they static or non-static? So if there is a data available inside an array, in Java, if you want to perform some common operation, searching, sorting, then we do have methods, static methods available inside one utility class called as arrays class. Using that arrays class, we can easily do it. Is that fine to everyone present in the class? Arrays is kind of collection of homogeneous type of data. In type of, you can say generic term collection, but if you're referring to Java collection hierarchy, no, that is different. But if you want to say English words, is it a collection of data? Yes. That is a collection. I will talk on array list. Collection classes, we have 7 collection classes. Array list, linked list, Array-2, priority queue, tree set, hash set, linked hash set. Array list follows dynamic data structure. Linked list follows doubly linked list data structure. Array-2 follows double-ended queue data structure. Priority queue follows mini heap data structure, minimum heap data structure. Tree set follows balanced search tree data structure. Binary balanced search tree data structure. Hash set and linked hash set follows the hashing algorithm. I'm going to talk about these things. Tree set by following the red-black algorithm, in order traverser, how it will traverse. The behind the scene data structures I'm going to talk in the concept of collection. So after the string is over, no, we are going to start with the concept of exception handling. Once exception handling is done, we will start the concept of collection. During the collection, I will talk on this. Is that fine, everyone? I'll get back to the arrays also. I will show you the difference between arrays and the array list. That is one of the interview asked question also. Fine, now? Everyone? Now let's move ahead and one more common thing which I wanted to show you. I'll say a launch. General, this is. I want you to understand this because already inheritance is done. We do have time here. Fine, every one of you? I'll go back here and I do have the Lisco class in any of these things. Yes, I do have it. I would like to comment this off so that I can use this class here. Okay. Let me make it private. Okay. To this, my dear friends, I can add setters, getters. I can add constructor if you want. Zero parameterized constructor, whatever you want, you can add it. Let me add one parameterized constructor. All right, great. Fine, my dear friends. I'll create the object of Telesco here. I'll say new Telesco. I'll give the name as T. Of what type? Telesco type. After which I'll say, please see very carefully. I will say here system. Okay. I will say here T dot set, or directly I can add the value here. I will say here maybe Spring Boot batch. Name of the course, cost it some 3000 INR. And example, we are taking the classes from Bangalore. And if I say system.out.println t.get, I'm getting the course cost. System.out.println t.get city. If you want, you can get it. Whatever data you want, you have to call the getters. Everyone agrees with this? You can set through constructor also. You can set through the setters also. Setters also you can set. Constructor also you can set. Through the getters, you can get the value. Any problem to anyone? Yes, no, maybe. Now, my dear friends, I'll go back here. I will say system.out.println t. If I print t, what will be the output, guys? Hash code. I will just run this. Kindly see, I'm getting the address of an object. I'll do one thing here. I'll go back here. I'll right click. I'll say source, generate toString method. If I see this, I'm getting this override. Tell me, guys, who is the parent of Telesco? Right now, who is the parent of Telesco? Object. If I say override, is it overridden method or specialized method of Telesco? Is it overridden method or specialized method of Telesco? Overridden method of. As a child, I have privilege. If I follow the rules, do I have a privilege to override the method whenever there is a need? Do I have a privilege? Any problem to anyone there? No problem. All of you? Great. Now, guys, anywhere, am I calling toString method here? Anywhere am I calling toString method? If I run this, what am I getting this time? Am I getting the address or am I getting the data alongside the variable names? That means whatever code you have written here, whatever code you have written inside this. My dear friends, inside the object class, there is a class by the name toString. Code which is written inside that class, because of which If you print reference, you are getting the hash code. If you print reference in of object, you are getting the hash code of the address of the object. You are getting the address of the object because of the code which is written inside the toString method. Internally, whenever you print the address, no, automatically internally this method gets called. And in the parent class, the body is, it will return the address of an object. But as a child, I have overridden. And what am I giving? Whatever I have said, course name I'm getting because I am printing that. Whatever you give inside this, that will be the output. Right now, I'm returning whatever data is there inside this. See here, you can see what I have written inside the toString method. I'm returning whatever data we have here. Whatever data I have here. Same thing is getting printed here. Yes, no, maybe. Anywhere did I call toString method, guys? Anywhere did I call? Guys, I will comment this part. If I comment toString method is there in the Telescope right now, is this there or not? As a inherited method or as a overridden method? As a inherited or as a overridden? toString method is there as an inherited method. So, is there child behavior or parent behavior? Parent behavior. And as per the parent behavior, will it print the actual data or will it print the address? Address. Now, as a child, do I have privilege to overwrite? As a child, do I have a privilege to overwrite? Whatever you have given, it is printing like this because I have typed like this. Telescope, or you give whatever you want, however you want, you can print it. It's up to you. Making sense? Now if I just have to run this, I'm getting this. So guys, in shortcut, whenever you want to print the object and check whether the data is there or not, without calling the getters, can we just override the toString method in an class? Have you understood the significance of overriding the toString method? Everyone in the class? Yes, no, maybe? So, but if you don't know the concept of method overriding, will you understand? That is array, that's fixed. Hey, right now I am typing here, Dalip. Right? You write curly bracket ray. This is within double quote, pa. This is within the double quote. You write your girlfriend name, that the girlfriend name will come into picture. You tell me your girlfriend name if you want. I can tell you. I'll type you here. I will say here Dalip. Now, if I print T, what will be the output? What will be the output? Whatever you write within the double quote, that will not be considered yar. Okay, na? Is that fine? So array, that is different. This is different. Now tell me, Dalip, if I say integer type of age equals to 10, I'll say system.out.println. Within double quote, I'll say age. So will the data will be printed or age as it is will be printed? Is it referring to real age? Is it referring to real age? Oh, Dalip, are you there in the class? Good morning, pa. Will it print 10 or will it print age? Will it print 10 or age? Age. Are you understanding? Yes, no, maybe? Now understood. This part is you give whatever you want. That is not a matter of concern. Is that clear? All of you? This was about array in Java. Of course, there are so many programming questions. If you want, I can discuss for 1 week, 2 weeks, and I can take down the Java classes for 4 or 5 months also. Right now, the end goal is to understand the Spring framework, Spring Boot, and microservices, for which whatever Java is required, we may have to restrict ourselves, right? Based on the pace I'm going, I have told 2 months I need Java. I may need 1 or 2 weeks extra. to cover Java. Fine. So let's not proceed more than 2.5 months to Java. Our focus more should be on the Spring Boot and microservices. But enough of arrays we have covered. Again, Java is an ocean. Even if I teach for 6 months, will that be sufficient? What is the difference between arrays and array list? Vijay Raju. Very commonly asked interview question. But did I discuss the concept of collection or array list, Vijay Raju? So is it any meaning if I talk English without knowing the concept? Will there be any sense? No sense. So I will talk. That is one of the commonly asked questions. Once I discuss the concept of array list, please do ask me the same question, okay? Because if you skip, then you will be not be able to answer in the interview. By chance, if they are answering, they are asking it. Guys, arrays topic, have you got picture in your mind? If someone says arrays in Java, can you say that I know array concept in Java? I can work with it. Yes, you can attend, Suresh. Collection topic also needed, collection and exception handling. Anyway, in the next 1 or 2 weeks, I will cover the collection and exception handling also. So most you can attend. So collection and exception handling within 1 week, I'll be covering. So easily you can attend that batch. So I was about to cover multi-threading after the exception handling, but I thought there are some people who are attending the fast track Spring Boot batch also. For that, I'm doing after exception handling collection so that they can also get aligned if I use collection concepts there. Okay. Great. Fine, guys. I do have time now, but I'll be covering starting the string from the tomorrow's class. My health also a little bit. I don't know why I'm getting the kind of dizziness throughout the class. If you have seen, I was giving pauses for a minute. But somehow I could able to take the entire class. Okay. Tomorrow I will start with the concept of strings in Java from absolute scratch. Okay. So if you have something to discuss with me, please let me know. Okay, I can take that questions and we can wind up this class. Before you discuss anything, I will share this board work, guys, and then we can take your questions. Okay. You can say that shortage of sleep. You're right. I'll go back here and write array class 2 board work. Thank you guys for your concern and support. Thank you so much. It doesn't should, but no problem, Rajat. I mean, there are many who want to learn. For them, have launched. For you, anyway, for working professionals, early morning batch is going on. No, so you should not be worrying on this. Maybe in the next month, we may plan weekend fast track batch also. But by the time for you guys, spring will be started. So anyway, you are part of this. But those who want to attend on weekend, maybe we may launch. Not guaranteed. It is subject to approval from the Navin sir. We may launch next week this thing. Okay, let me just do one thing. I'll uh, compress this entire project and I will share you. Allow me a minute of time, dear friends. Okay. Entire project files are there inside this. How toString method overridden happen at the same parameter and method name. T. This is overridden method only. This is overridden method. Object class methods, are you able to see? Object class methods. This is a part of object class only. Where is that I have taken which? Okay, launch. ToString, if I write override. See here, for different method, if I write override, is it working? If I write here override, is it working here? Because it is not overridden method. I'm getting error. But if I write override here, it is working. That means this method is coming from the parent only. This is coming from the parent. It is a parent class method. Who is a parent T? If you know basics of inheritance, who is the parent of Telesco? Object. So it is a part of object. Okay, na? Hmm. 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 Anything, guys? Anyone want to talk to me? Let me know. No? Thank you for your kind support, guys. Thank you for your kind support. Tomorrow we will start one of the most important topic at the point of interview also. String is something which everyone must know. And string, I'm not discussing the syntax. We will understand the behind the scene concepts. Okay. Anyone would like to talk to me, raise the hand. Anyone who's raising the hand. TR, would you like to talk to me?
Hello, sir. Good morning.
Good morning, TR.
Sir, in array, when we are printing in C language, we'll print ampersand symbol. Then we can access the address of the
Array ends with the null value in case, not string in case of this thing. See, tell me.
C language. When we print an array element with ampersand, we can get that address, no, sir. Particular
Uh,
element.
uh,
Can we get the, can we achieve same thing in Java,
no,
sir?
no. It
Okay.
is an object. C is not object-oriented programming language. The way it works is totally different.
Okay, sir. Fine. Got it.
Uh-huh. Because here we have a concept of classes. For array also we have a class behind the scene I've shown. But in C, array is not as a treated as object array class. It is a data type. Understanding, TR? Okay. Sagnesh, would you like to talk to me?
I'm good. I forgot the Copilot name. Yesterday you told me that the AI tool,
GitHub
which is
Copilot.
Copilot. GitHub Copilot, right?
Ah, ah,
I was trying to remember it since yesterday. I forgot that. No,
no
I'm
problem.
fine. Yeah.
It is there in the IntelliJ idea. If you're using it, is there for the free version also, for ultimate version also.
Oh, really? I'll
Yeah,
try
it
to
is a
get
part
the
of already.
IntelliJ.
It is integrated in IntelliJ IDEA. For Eclipse, it is not there. For Eclipse, something else is there. But moving forward, I will use IntelliJ IDEA in our classes also, and we will use free version also. We will show, and we will use ultimate version also. We will show how it can be helpful for us. We will integrate that, and we will show how to use also,
Okay, thank you.
because it is important at current situation.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Pointers, we don't have a concept of pointers here, Anil Tripathi. We have reference variables. It's not allowed in Java. See, the initial name, if you go through the blocks of how they have named Java, uh, they were trying to name it as C++++ minus minus. That means whatever is there in the C++, we have added additional features, and whatever some difficulties were associated with that, we have removed it. But Java has been drawn the inspiration from C++. So only C++ is one of the parental language for all the object-oriented programming languages on earth. And C is the most well-defined parent language for all the high-level languages on planet Earth. Because C++ is derived from C language. C language is done by Dennis Ritchie in Bell Labs. In the same Bell Labs, there is Stu Stroop was also working for a longer time. Daytime, he used to work on the benefits of C languages. After going back in his garage, he used to work on the a new programming language for a longer time. Because Dennis Ritchie, Stu Stroop, same company, same lab. All of a sudden, because of the C, Dennis Ritchie got name, fame, money, everything. And Stu Stroop could not digest that. If friend is growing, you will be happy. If friend has gone so much above than you, who are sitting in the same cubicle, same salary, same company, then there is something which you cannot digest easily. So Stroop worked really hard for a longer time of period, and he came up with the approach of C++ again in the same company. And then C++ became the king of languages. Then Java draw the kind of attention, inspiration from C++, and it is made. But how Java? It is from a small Sun Microsystem company, Stanford University Students Network. Some students of Stanford University started a project. One of them happens to be Indian, whose name is Vinod. And all of them started the company and they used to work on this. But when C++ was ruling, that is from a top MNC. Example, we have a Golang. It is coming from Google. And if I say from the Telescope, we are launching our own programming language like Golang, why will people use me? Because Golang is supported by one of the big giant. And why people will follow a language which is done by Telescope? So for that purpose, C and C++ back then was a paid programming languages. And the first step which made sense to the world and Java became very popular is they made Java as freely downloadable programming language and open source. Fine. So because of which people thought, let's give a try. And Sun Microsystem told, if you feel there is something wrong in Java, please tell. We are open source. We are ready to add that. Because it was open source, freely downloadable, people started to download and use it. And people gave the suggestion, Java added. People gave the suggestion, Java added. Java became very rich in feature. It was platform independent. It was rich in features, open source, freely downloadable. So people started to use and became so popular. And today it is one of the king in the industry. Okay. So there is many things if I have to talk, but all those things are not needed. I skip because it takes class lot of time. If not, I can talk all these things for a longer time. No, TR, not very much. It's rare. Okay, guys. Thank you for your support. Thank you so much for joining me in today's class. We'll meet tomorrow 7 a.m. and start the journey of string concept in Java, which is very crucial. Thank you for joining me in today's class. Thank you, every one of you.